Agent Davis, if you would like to come forward and be sworn in.
You do solemnly swear that the testimony you shall give in the case now pending before the court will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
All right.
If you could please state your name and spell your last for the record.
Yeah, it's Brian Davis, Davis.
What is your occupation?
I'm an agent with the Utah State Bureau of Investigation.
Have you been assigned as part of the investigation into the homicide of Charlie Kirk?
Yes. That evening, it was about 8:30 p.m., I believe, of the 11th. I received a phone call from Sergeant Elsholz requesting that I travel to St. George.
And he requested that you travel to St. George?
Correct.
What was the reason stated for that?
We received information that an individual was turning himself in, or was going to turn himself in to police in regard to his involvement with the incident, the shooting on UVU campus. So when we arrived, we went into the room that we were in. It was one of their office, the cubicles there. On the wall, there was a television monitor where I viewed an individual on that screen that was sitting in one of the soft interview rooms. That room was equipped with audio-video recording device, and so I observed him on that screen at that time.
And was he with anybody else?
He'd come there with his parents and a family friend.
Did you speak with this individual that we've been talking about?
Yes, I did.
Did you get his name?
Yes, we obtained his name and date of birth.
What was his name?
Tyler Robinson.
Did he tell you that himself?
He did.
All right. State's Exhibit 15 may be played.
And Agent Davis, who are we seeing here?
That's Tyler Robinson.
And although we are watching it on video, what is he wearing at this time?
He's working a dark-colored baseball cap with I believe it's maybe the Hurley symbol on it, like a white symbol on front. It's a burgundy short-sleeve shirt with no graphics. It's blue jeans and gray and white tennis shoes. I believe they're Converse style tennis shoes.
Thank you. Was Mr. Robinson, you stated that he was arrested in the early hours of September 12th, is that right?
Yes, that's correct.
Did he remain in Washington County Sheriff's Office, or was he taken somewhere else?
No, he was transported from there to the Utah County Jail.
Prior to being transported to the Utah County Jail, was any, personal property taken from him, clothing, anything like that?
The only thing that was, so prior to our arriving to the St. George, to the Washington County Sheriff's Office, his cell phone was seized and taken from his person. But that was the only thing that was taken from him at that time.
After he was transported to Utah County Jail, were any personal items taken from him?
Yes, they were.
And what were those?
After a search warrant was granted, his clothing was recovered, along with buccal swabs to collect his DNA, and major case prints, which is fingerprints, palm prints, pretty much the entire hand. Those are all collected from him.
And sorry, you may have already stated when did he arrive in Utah County?
We arrived at the Utah County Jail about 7 a.m. on the 12th, September 12th, and he was formally booked in at about 8 a.m. of that morning, and then I was the booking officer.
What does it mean to be the booking officer?
I filled out the necessary paperwork essentially with the jail, which gives the individuals personal identification of the charges, the probable cause statement, and then it's signed and submitted to the system.
All right, I want to talk a bit about search warrants, some of the search warrants that were executed in this case. As part of the investigation, were search warrants obtained specifically for areas in southern Utah?
Yes, they were.
And obviously do not give me exact addresses, but generally for what locations?
It was the residence of Tyler Robinson and the residence of his parents.
Were those warrants executed?
They were.
By whom?
The residence of Tyler Robinson was a team led by Sergeant Famuina with SBI. along with the Utah State Crime Lab. And the residence of his parents was a team led by the FBI, their evidence response team.
Are you aware of what date or dates, if applicable, those warrants were executed?
Yeah, September 12th. I believe Tyler's residence, they started the search warrant about 8 o'clock in the morning, and then his parents' residence, they started about 4 p.m. Of September 12th.
So to be clear, you've stated who was involved in executing those warrants. Were you physically present for the execution of either of those warrants?
No, I was not.
Are you aware of whether Mr. Robinson lived with anyone else at that residence at the time?
Yes.
Do you know who that was?
Lance Twiggs.
And we won't get too into it right now. We'll cover this with Sergeant Falmina, but did you receive information from officers involved in those execution of those warrants about what, if anything, had been found?
Yes, I did.
All right, turning to another area. As part of this investigation, you have previously mentioned that a family friend came in initially with the Robinsons. Who was that family friend?
His name was Mike Mitchell.
And who is he in relation to the Robinsons?
So he's a family friend, a good family friend.
And what was his involvement here?
So he helped facilitate working with Tyler and his parents with the sheriff's department for Tyler to turn himself in.
And I believe you mentioned previously that law enforcement conducted an interview with Mr. Mitchell.
They did.
Remind us when that interview occurred.
So that was the early morning hours of September 12th at the Washington County Sheriff's Department.
And I know you've already stated, but remind me who was present for that interview.
That one was Agent Terry and Agent Smith.
What agencies are they with?
Terry's with SBI and Smith is with FBI.
Are you aware if a second interaction or statement was collected from Mr. Mitchell?
Yes, it was.
When did that happen?
It was March 31st of this year.
Who was present at that time?
It was Ryan McBride, Chad Grunander, Kimberly Derfler, and Agent Chris Terry with SBI.
You mentioned Ryan McBride, Chad Grunander, and Kimberly Derfler. What office do they work for?
The Utah County Attorney's Office.
And you mentioned Agent Chris Terry.
Yes.
So you were not present for this collection of this statement.
No, I was not.
Have you communicated with Agent Chris Terry about how this happened?
Yes, I have.
How did this happen?
So all those individuals met with Mike Mitchell at the St. George courthouse there. They met and discussed briefly. I was going to kind of talk generally about the situation. From there, Mr. Mitchell was given a handwritten 1102 paper statement, and he left the room, went into a separate office by himself, was there for about an hour where he hand wrote a statement, filled the statement out. When that was complete, he came back into the room where the others were waiting and provided that 1102 statement to them.
We've heard quite a bit about 1102 statements. It sounds like there's an official form that is used. What's present on that form, if you know?
There's an admonition or warning given on those forms that states that the information you're giving is true and accurate to the best of your knowledge, that any false statement that is given or may be given would be punishable by a Class A misdemeanor.
Aside from that being written on the form, are you aware if this admonition was discussed with Mr. Mitchell?
It was.
Do you know by whom?
Yeah, Ryan McBride provided that admonition to him.
And you stated that Mr. Mitchell then went into a separate room for about an hour and wrote his statement down?
Correct.
Did anyone, including prosecutors or law enforcement, direct him what to say?
Foundation, objection. Personal knowledge.
Would you like to respond, Ms. Hunt?
I can lay a little more foundation.
All right, so I'll sustain the objection for now, and Ms. Hunt is moving forward with laying more foundation.
You discussed with Agent Chris Terry about how this statement was obtained.
Yes.
Did he mention anything to you about anyone directing Mr. Mitchell about what to say or what to include in the form?
No, I spoke to him personally and reviewed his report also.